Hello my lovelies, Sigita, and today I just want to give you quick feedback about resin, like my first try and my first feedback, my first opinion. So I was using resin. I'm showing you even what I was using, this casting epoxy resin, right? And still there is still another bottle with hardener. Right, ratio here we can see is 100 to 40 grams. That's the one I was using. In one layer you can put 3 centimeters, 3-hour pot life, and 48 curing. Alright. Pot life, that means in 3-hour time you have to use it. Right, so what I did, I mixed it up, right, and I just with a brush, just ordinary brush from hardware store, I just brushed it over. I did brush over on one side, on one. This is shiny, that's the side I brushed over, and this is matte, I did not. So just one side. As you can see that side of script went through and is like doubling, but I really like, that's not a point. Point is that I have really a nice page. Yesterday I put few bits and pieces in a journal, and yes, I can say that today these pages are a little bit harder, right? This one I put on rusted paper as well. I do like how it turned out. Right. So these are book pages. Then I printed on a photo, I put on a photo paper on a printed image. There is no really big changes. It was shiny and it is shiny. Is it maybe a little bit stronger? Maybe. Little bit, maybe, as you can see my finger, maybe a little bit see-through, but no big changes. So that's a photo paper. Then I put over, I printed my pictures, my photos on cardstock, right? And printed back as well. This went, as you can hear it, right, it's like plasticky feel, you know, like these plastic cards, really is the same feel. Some, I don't know why this is shiny and rest is not. Maybe just because I was brushing, this was all like overflow back, I guess, right? But you know, that's my first try. Do I like it? Yes, I do. They are matte, as you can see, because I was printing matte. They are not very shiny. Can I see it through? Yes, when you can see my fingers, little bit, right? Not a lot. Back I did not cover, and I try to write with pen and pencil, and yes, I can. Right? Next is I had little prints on copy paper, right? So copy paper we are using to print our documents, and this is my favorite, guys. Look at that, everything is nice and see-through, right? Let's say example I want to put on a page. Look how interesting that look on this one. So this is my favorite. I was like, right, next what I wanted to say, does it break? Yes, it does, and it does easily. Like, can you hear that noise, right? So there is no, this is just, okay, right, like this. It does break actually quite easily, but I love these pieces. I just love it. Right, so that's breaking. What I did as well, I was just folding and teared it off. It does tear differently as well. So that's, I teared off that girl. I like wanted to see, can I see through? Yes, look at that. And this is really nice for collaging. So I wanted to leave like this. I will want actually to try to, I think that glue is holding. I want these numbers to be seen. Yeah, I think could be fine. So this like is going to, this is going to be in a journal. I love that effect. There is of course limits how we can use it. And then I thought, okay, let's go through with just needle and look. It's not as fragile as paper. It does hold nicely. I just had that green in a needle. All right. Mostly I'm sewing with beading needle, with a very long beading needle, because I can I can hold that needle in my hands. That's not ordinary sewing, guys, right? I really feel comfortable. I was embroidering my dolls. My dolls, I was embroidering these like grungy ones. I was using as well this. I love this needle. I have quite a lot of them. So they do break as well very quickly, but I love them anyway. So yes, I can stitch it through nicely. Right, look like that. Everything, that's fine. So what else I did? Oh, I wanted to show you on a sewing machine. Like, look, I don't have any paper. Oh, let's example, this could be like journal page. To put it on like this is like collage is ready, and I absolutely love this see-through. That's what I wanted, that see-through, and these transparent ones. So these already just to put a little like fabric on, like little hinge to open, right, to go over any papers. Right, it does create a really nice effect. So that's what I wanted. Okay, now I will stitch it through with sewing machine. Right. Okay, just to show you. Look, I stitched it through, really nice stitching, but it's fine. But if I want to kind of break it off, look, I can easily do that like this, right? So kind of there was no stitching. Right, conclusion, guys. Conclusion is I love it. Only thing I wanted to say is that yesterday's flexibility of paper I liked better. First, I was a little bit disappointed that it's more flexible than hard. Today, I can even, yeah, look, I could yesterday, but I could not do little ruffle today. Right, so what I wanted to say, and today I'm saying no, I did like yesterday's finish kind of better. So for me personally, I liked that flexibility more. Like for me to use in a journals, I would prefer these pictures to be see-through and little bit more flexible. These are flexible, but in general, I want a little bit more flexible. So what does mean? That means that my ratio I'm not going to do, right, can you see? Right, I'm not going to do 100 to 40. I will do less hardener, right? Because I need more flexibility. So for 100 grams, we do grams, I'm going to use like 30 maybe, or yes, 30 something, to have flexibility and not hard, not like really hard like this one. That's what you prefer. You have to try. If you are interested, you have to try yourself. Every gram is like every little piece and gram you put in is it does matter. It really like have to be in the right ratio to get right strength. As I said, you have to work out which way you like better. You have to feel yourself. Would you like that paper to be more flexible or more hard? As for myself, I want a little bit more flexible. Therefore, I am not using that hardener exactly as on a jar. I'm going to use a little bit less. Right? And yes, it is 48-hour cure. I was like, okay, 24 hours will be fine. No, it does go, yeah. And then you need quite a warm temperature in a room to dry properly. So yes. So my lovelies, this is what I wanted to show you and tell you. This something like that is my first experience with resin. I like it. It's easy. There is no odor whatsoever. I mean, there is no smell. I was like, putting gloves. Of course, you need gloves for sure, because otherwise you won't be able to clean your hands, because no water, nothing like that it takes. So you need gloves anyway. But I was like apron and everything, and I was like, oh my god, nearly opened the window. Smell is going to be there. No, absolutely. And I'm quite allergic to every strong smell. And I can tell you there is no smell at all, just none, just none. So that's what makes me happy, because then I can work with this medium easily. I don't have to think about smells. Only thing is you have to be very, very careful, because afterwards you won't be able to get it off. You have to use cup or any like fast food cups and cutlery, like little spoons or whatever you want to use, because afterwards you will chuck it out, right? So just for one use, because you won't be able to wash it off. So my lovelies, I hope that's kind of informative for you and useful, because I think this is quite fun. So stayed on the left side. That's for me, that's fine. And as well, we have little bubbles, so I was like mixing, properly. Now you don't have to mix like that. You have to mix quite slowly because of bubbles and all that. I don't care. I'm tearing and making holes and stitching, so I don't care about small tiny bubbles there. But if you need absolutely polished project with a polished finish, then you have to mix quite slowly and let to stay for a few minutes to calm down for these bubbles to go. So that's my first experience with resin. I love it. I'm going to make it and use it in a journals for sure. And so hopefully that was useful for you too. So my lovelies, thank you so much. See you very soon and have a great weekend. Bye.